So you guys read the book. What do you remember that you read about specifically?
That uh, I'm not gonna say that part.
I would say
That
that
Darius
part.
can't read it.
No, I'm not gonna say that part for reasons.
What reasons? What reasons there, Star?
Just I have my reasons. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. And you guys remember, if we remember, you guys have found all of the. You should have all the ingredients to do what you needed to do, correct? We did talk about that. And you all had a conversation with the gods too, if I remember, right? With
Yep.
y'all.
The fucking traveler and Athena.
Hmm?
We found out the Raven Queen's a cunt.
I
Apparently.
mean, yeah. She's literally the Theodore Roosevelt of the gods. This is pretty much what she is. So,
Work hard. Keep your head in the game. Sorry.
anyway. So, what are we wanting to do today? What are we wanting to do? What do we want to look for? We finished with the god conversation. I think they left, and that's where we ended, if I remember correctly.
What was the scene we left off on? What?
I think you guys were all like you had finished speaking with them, and they had left, and you guys were just sitting in Darius's like buddy or like his. I'm trying to remember. It was his meeting area where you guys like had the elves attack you, right? I think that's where we left off. That's what I remember.
Well,
Mansion?
just casually in the fucking living room.
Yeah.
Get stabbed in the living room.
And you guys had the revelation of, that the Raven Queen is basically like the power broker for a lot of this to, keep the balance and all that with the fate, with fate and everything too. So,
Oh yeah, I still forgot to say this, but fuck you for that whole scene.
why?
Because I'm like, I wonder if there's invisible people here. Hey, scam us.
Haha, there's invisible people.
Also, fuck, brain's gone. Never mind.
And you guys were deciding on if you guys wanted to kill the phylactery now. I think was what you guys were discussing.
Well, we're not gonna do it here, but
Yeah, like how do you guys wanted to do it now, or do you wanted to wait and how you guys were gonna go about that? I think that's what we were discussing.
If I remember correctly, is either we originally were going on the path of just figure out what happens when you have many victors, but our
Well,
talk with
and
Athena and Scam and not Scamos, turns out that
uh,
they'll just mean the bigger gods would be like nom 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 bitch.
well, or
and
there
a
would
few,
be
a few
yeah,
would probably get away. No, I highly doubt they'd get all the power. There'd be a few fragments that are like, nope.
but there would be basically a power grab, a power gold rush, if you will.
A power gold rush.
Yeah, or a feast.
Oh yeah, and Golz's soul has basically been claimed by the god of chaos at this point in time.
Well, yeah, he's been marked.
So,
For the
Mhm.
low price of $5.
Basically, he's claimed dibs. Is what
Yeah.
happens.
Well, I mean, he's claimed dibs, yeah, but for the low price of selling your soul to Scamos.
This is when
Scamus
Scamus
is-
just gets snapped out of existence by the Raven Queen. Like, nope. Not
What do you
allowing
mean
that
by
shit.
What do you mean the Raven Queen's gonna snap me out of existence for this? It's his soul to sell me if he wants to sell it.
Well, apparently, powerful souls and a party that is meant to stop, the end of the world, our souls are basically.
I don't want to be a dick here, but it's Gauze. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's God. he's worthless.
Damn,
Yeah,
guys, are you gonna take that shit?
apparently.
I mean, all you
Well,
gotta do is,
I'm-
I mean, all you gotta do, Star, is like get in your car, drive over here,
I
and you
know.
can throw some shit at Walker. Like,
Beat
I
the
mean,
shit
do it
out
after
of
the
it.
game. As soon as the game's over, bitch, come here.
It's
That's
like-
all they're
I'm
gonna hit.
kidding. I'm
To
kidding.
AFK all of a sudden you just like hear this window break.
Oh
real
shit!
quick.
What are you doing here?
Ding dong.
you're just gonna hear this squealing fucking.
Uh-oh.
I'm kidding. We all know that one's a rear. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason Rhea has any importance is because of a certain thing attached to him.
Mm-hmm.
That, and if he can get his hands on any, nuclear material, he'll become real important.
No,
Not-
no, nine.
Nine?
Nine.
Nine pieces of material? Okay, yeah, sure.
10,
Nine.
11.
Nine,
Ish.
Dumkov.
Ish 9 to blow it up.
All right.
Yeah,
So what do we
Nine
want to
up,
do,
blow it up.
guys? What do we want to do?
Well, we're definitely just taking Victor off the fucking board as soon as possible, but I think we're waiting on a couple more of those scrolls. Or are we? I mean, I think we have the scrolls to go do it now.
I believe you do.
I believe we have 2 teleportation scrolls, but I also know Scammers wanted to use them.
So you guys could do that. Wait for it. We could.
There's also an army potentially bearing down on us as we speak, so.
Yeah. There's that. Ships under construction. What other fun things are going on in review? Still haven't really heard a lot from Avalon.
Well, hopefully things should be relatively decent apart from, Order and Chaos guys fighting each other.
Yeah, and then you guys remember? Oh, you guys learned about the chairs too. There is that.
So there's multiple of them,
Mm-hmm.
not just the 2 that we knew of.
Mm-hmm. And that they do a few different things.
Hmm.
So, and then you also learned about what happened last time gods fought each other. Well,
Well, we know what happened when gods fought fucking humans.
yeah,
Well, mortal races.
yeah.
The
Holy
last time we
Hiroshima.
fought the mortals, they dropped the sun on us. Twice!
Twice.
I'm sorry. I have to use that damn meme.
Yep. And that's something else that y'all can do now, because you have somebody in the party that actually knows shit.
and
Well,
is
And
eager
you
and
have
willing.
and actually 2
Knows
peoples.
shit and having seen have a drawing of an atom are 2 very different things.
Well, I was referring to Scamos. Scamo actually knows.
Oh yeah, Scammers actually knows it, yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
But he doesn't feel like sharing.
No.
Which part am I not shared again?
The entirety of like I understand how nuclear physics works.
Oh,
The
right.
fact that you can throw suns on people.
The fact that I have the info. Oh, that part. Yeah. And the
Tech-
fact that I very heavily implied to Athena that if you fuck with me, I will ruin your
Yes.
goddamn day.
Yes. Yes.
Just
And
imagine
Athena
the gods are
probably
just chilling there in the divine
shit
realm,
her.
just all like, So, I wonder how the models are doing. Then next thing, a fucking nuke teleports in.
Oh,
Oh, shit!
I wonder how the models are doing, Mushroom Cloud in the distance.
Boo. Oh no. Oh, they've done it again. What?
The mushroom
The
clouds
Raven
in the
Queen
face of
just
a
sat
rear.
there like, motherfuckers!
Yep.
The mushroom cloud is just a rear smiling face.
I mean, if we gave Arrea enough time, he would just turn into the smiley face bomber, so.
I mean,
The laughing man from Ghost in the Shell, really?
What?
God, him being the laughing man from Ghost in the Shell would be hilarious too.
I don't.
You do know who I'm referring to as this when I say smiley face bomber.
Yes, but I'm also making another reference to the smiley faces because they use the same thing in Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I think
Anyway,
that'd be a complete character 180.
I know.
Rear's not the guy behind the scenes pulling the strings. He's the guy out in the open,
Where
you know,
is he?
striking the
Where
flint.
is he? Where
Well-
is he?
Dun dun dun.
Turns out fucking fucking Minnie's been playing Arrea like Jar Jar Binks this entire time.
It was me all along.
like the true
It was
fucking-
me, Misa.
the true Dark Lord was not the god of chaos or victor. It was Arrea.
By the way, Waller, if that is the plot twist, please let me know beforehand.
if that is a plot twist.
No, I'm not gonna make you completely an evil character. I did that in one group one time that'll not go over well. So
Yeah, don't force a fucking 180 on someone's alignment and their character. Don't do that.
well, yeah.
I just want to know beforehand so I can play it correctly.
I mean, if they're down with it, that's fine.
Arrea,
But-
behave yourself and I'll give you nuclear weapons.
Deal.
That is not a deal we should be making. It's like making a bargain with the god of mistrust.
And?
It will
Who's the
never
god
end
of
well.
who's the god of mistrust in this though? Is the question? Is that
You.
Rear or is that Scamos?
Gamos
Well.
is the god of fuckery.
And there is no god for, you know, blow it all
But
up.
anyways,
Anyway,
yeah,
what are we
anyways,
doing, guys? What are we wanting to do?
I think I'm waiting on an opportunity to suggest, hey, you know, the nuke is always an option. I just don't want to rear around when I go. The nuke is always an option.
I don't think we want to fucking piss off all the gods right now.
What are they gonna do about it? We'll just nuke them.
We can do it later after we gain godly power. Fool.
No, I'm talking about like actually sharing the information that I have it with you guys. I just don't want to. We've reached that point where it's probably important to lay that on the table.
I mean,
I'm just not doing it around a rear.
I mean, you could
Probably, yeah.
distract Rhea if you wish to have this conversation. You could tell him, say something that will basically make him run away for a minute.
I mean, is a rear still here?
yes.
Yeah, he's still in the room.
Mhm.
We have passes into the FAC and stuff, right?
Yes, that's why he got. That's how he got back
Okay,
in
cool.
here.
Hey, Rear, before I forget, by the way, Boomsticks was saying he was gonna need some help with some stuff, and he wanted you to go into the factory to help with that. And I'm just gonna give Darius this look of like, shut the fuck up.
Boomsticks isn't here. He's in
Boom-
Boomsticks was-
Boomsticks is
Boomsticks
back.
was the one that Boomsticks was the one that owns this place, right?
No, he's not here.
No,
Boomsticks was in Forge Hammer.
he was
so-
in Forge Hammer.
Yeah,
Wait, I
I
thought
thought he was.
we didn't know where Boomsticks was.
he
He
was
was
there.
in-
You
we
you
met
guys
in Forge Hammer.
you
and
guys
then
ran
we-
into him. Yeah, he was in
Ah,
Forge
whatever,
Hammer,
It works either way.
and they were trying to deal with the fucking dots or the dots. Remember?
Now they're trying to deal with the debts.
Yeah, the
Either way,
dots.
it works either
Goddamn
way.
dots.
It
We
works-
need more
Dots and
dots.
dots.
Yeah, it works either way. It still work either way.
More dots. Keep damage up. More DPS.
Yeah,
Well,
he needs you to go.
DPS.
Yeah, he needs you to go grab some stuff from his office and then go down to the factory and find him.
Rear's gonna basically just say, "Well, I thought Boomsticks was lost in Forge Hammer.
No,
Did
not
everyone
anymore.
know he was back?"
I
And then Rear looks around the room to like
You-
everyone
you
else.
were gone for the good portion of this day, so there's a good reason you don't know.
Darius has walked away to the front door real quick because he's going to go get the attention of some guards. I need you to keep an eye on
On who?
him.
Revere?
Make sure he doesn't do anything fucking stupid.
Yeah, you just need to go take care of that. Real quick. Okay.
All right. Rear gets his
Are
pack
you gonna
and
send the elf with him too?
Yeah, fucking. We're sending the elf, keeping him out of trouble.
An elf
Oh
and a
yeah,
guard
Rhea,
and
give
a
me some
rear.
chem light batteries too.
All right.
You hear the elf like just give this really just like
Damn it! The side.
God damn it, and
you
then
just hear a
like,
rear turn around. Come along, Jingles.
Jingles.
oh my god.
Let's go.
Okay.
So it's just
I'm waiting for
Gauze,
Rear to leave.
Cam, Darius, and
And I'm-
Scamos left.
And I'm gonna move and I'm gonna shut the door.
So what was that
And
about,
I'm gonna
Scamos?
lock the door so Rear can't get back inside. And then I'm gonna walk over and sit back down with the group.
By the way,
Cards on the table. Rear
Just-
probably should not be here for this conversation.
before you do that, just so you're aware,
Mhm.
Flode is sitting in the room, just powered down. And he's
Okay,
not.
he's in.
He's in there because there's really no other.
And we should probably relocate to somewhere where that thing isn't. 'Cause I don't trust it.
Would I know if a powered down construct can still?
I mean,
it could turn on at any point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
basically.
the concern. We should probably
Yeah.
not be in the same room as it just in case.
Right then.
Think of it as in
gentlemen,
nap time
to the
mode.
study.
Okay. We're relocating to the study.
by the way, the elf like spun like there's like a globe in there and he spun it and there's like a secret room, by the way.
Oh,
There's the secret room. Yeah, he just spins it and you just see like one of the bookshelves open.
that is the worst kind of secret mechanism for a door.
Remember, the former owner of this house is not the smartest dude.
Stay the
He was-
fuck out of here. Yeah, go on. Get. Sorry. Sorry. I'm talking to my dad. Trying to nick shit from my room. Fat boy.
Okay.
So, secret door opened by spinny globe.
Spinning globe, yes.
I mean, if you spun it, then it automatically opened as a fucking bar. That would have been interesting. But
It also seconds as a bar, but there you go.
so, well, new secret room has opened. Let's investigate, I guess.
It's another study. It's just
It's a study within a study.
a study within a study, yes.
Well, we were in the living room.
Yeah.
So it's just a secret study in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Anything interesting in here?
I mean, there's books and a desk.
I feel like if you have a secret study, you were plotting something diabolical because you needed it.
He's German, okay? They
Yeah,
always
like,
plot
this is-
things
this is- this is
diabolical.
based-
Am I
Baseline.
seeing a silver eagle with a certain symbol?
God damn it. And demonetized.
For the win.
Mini wasn't gonna get monetized anyway. You always
Yeah.
screw
Star
up.
might have.
I put that symbol on our
I
tank
mean,
anyway.
I don't stream this, so.
Oh, you don't stream this one? Okay, Star's still good then. Never mind. Please ignore this.
Anyway.
You're 20 episodes too late. I already put that symbol on our tank.
One job. You all have to do anyways.
Alright. Have your conversation, gentlemen.
So we're all.
Why is there a secret? Why is there a study in secrecy?
I don't know.
Look, I just bought the place. I didn't know about this.
You probably got chipped on your value then.
Got it for free.
No, he didn't.
He got it when
What
he
are
bought Porsche. Yeah.
What are the books about? I guess.
I mean, it's like historical, like history of different lands, myths. It's very similar to like what you guys would have had in Ashir, but it's a lot more human centric rather than other species centric. So, There's also mentions in here of science and technology things as well. Some of the stuff that maybe Portia's been working on that y'all didn't know about. Before you guys bought it.
So aside from designs, nothing particularly.
No, nothing. Not on a cursory kind of like
More of in a rear room than anything else.
yeah, it's not really anything like skimming. You don't really see anything that pops out at you. You can surely investigate it more if you want, but I don't think that's the purpose for being in here at the moment. So. Anyway, Scamos?
Yeah. So I'll wait for everyone to kind of settle down from the secret room thing. If anyone wants to do anything else while we're figuring that out, like now I guess is the time to do it.
I mean, I'll be dealing with that after we've had the conversation.
All right, then we've got so we've got Gaz, Cam came in, Gaz is in here. There's
Mhm.
you in here. So that whole massive explosions thing, world-ending weaponry, etc., etc. We all, I'm assuming, remember this, yes?
Yeah.
Thing the gods were not very happy about, and how they've been not wanting it discovered again because they don't feel like losing another war.
If the next words out of your mouth are, I've discovered it again, I swear to God.
I have recently acquired
Oh,
knowledge
goddammit,
that
God damn it, Scamos.
I have recently acquired knowledge that, well,
Knowledge.
acquired the knowledge that a certain other party member who is not included in this conversation for a reason discovered before I discovered it again after, yeah. Arir had the secret, guys, and it's probably a good thing that he's fucking not remembering the fact that he has it right now.
Oh boy.
Like, woodwork functional kind of secret. So I guess we have an option 4?
Is it called Nuke It Rico? Please say it's Nuke It Rico.
Nuke it, Ivan.
Nuke
No,
it, Scamos.
it's Nuke It Gauze.
Nuke It
Nuke it,
Goss.
Goss.
We give
Upgrade my
Gauze a
PTRD
shoulder-mounted fucking nuke launcher.
Just like get like
We
an
give him a
upgrade
fat man.
PTRD. Oh my god.
I mean, we can make a PTRD into a fucking into the fucking little rocket launcher that they had with the nuke on it.
How?
Mm.
How can you make a PTRD into a rocket launcher?
Suicide.
Yeah.
Those are two wildly different things.
A nuclear rifle grenade. That sounds like a great idea.
Thank you for that idea.
I am not putting that on my gun.
Anyway. More conversation?
I mean, I'm waiting for their responses to all this.
You're getting that look from Darius, which is, this is something we should not be meddling with. Why are you trying to meddle with it? You're getting that look.
We're trying to
Because this is a very
save
useful
this
tool in the
thing.
toolbox.
Yeah, but what if it goes bad? And the place we're trying to save ends up becoming...
One
I guess
minor
dead.
misfire,
We did it,
potentially
Patrick.
a rear
We
touching it.
saved the city.
I mean, yes. Also with the caveat that world-ending consequences if we can't get this right the first time. Either option is bad. One option gives us slightly more control over the bad. And I mean, we could always alter the deal with the gods with this, theoretically. I mean, we could find some way to, I'm sure.
Did you miss the part of the conversation that, that was the Raven Queen can just delete us?
I mean, if she deletes us, then the world falls apart like she doesn't want, so I think we have some wiggle room on this. Considering the gods themselves aren't really, getting involved in this whole fixing the situation thing. They seem to be reliant on us five.
I think it's because the gods have a big old fear of mortals after the last time this technology was used.
I mean, yeah. And given as bad as it sounds, I can understand why they would be. But if they're not going to get involved, we need to consider all options on the table. Especially given the situations we're going to be getting ourselves in. And like it or not, I'm going to kind of look at everyone here, is an option on the table. I just don't want to discuss it with a rear around, because with a rear around, we all know what it's going to default to.
Making him blackout drunk?
Also, the whole aspect of, I don't know. We have completed the mission, and then she snaps us out of existence because we pissed her off.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Snap the people out of existence who have just saved the world. That'll go over really well with a lot of the kingdoms that we're allied with, who will now have an explanation and knowledge of this kind of technology.
Oh, so you're going to share it around?
If she tries to snap us out of existence, I'll figure out a way to make sure it does.
Don't believe you quite have the reaction time to accomplish that.
No, but there's always the good old, dead drop letter option. Snap me out of existence, see what happens when I don't access my mail for a week.
And she snaps that out of existence too?
I mean, is she gonna know about it?
As I recall, the gods' thing is that they're relatively omniscient.
Oh, well, relatively is a pretty strong word there, considering these gods are relatively...
And seeing as we're the gods' solution to stopping the world ending, I think all of their eyes are on us.
I'm just gonna hold a middle finger up into the sky real quick.
You see an invisible one back at you.
No, just like a phantasmal hand, like a big ass phantasmal hand comes through the ceiling. Just flip it in the bird.
So what you're saying then is, Darius, is the gods are a bunch of creeping stalkers then?
And we're the final solution to this problem.
Bad choice of words.
Why?
Out of character. Bad choice of words.
Hey,
we've already made one joke already.
I am saying nuclear weapons, not chemical. There's a difference.
Not the showers.
Exactly. I'm going more the Japan route.
Drop the sun on them twice.
And I'll do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
Point being, it is an option
Microphone
on the table,
muted.
and it would be remiss to not at least share and consider it. I'm not saying we have to use it, but if we get into that kind of situation where it's an option on the table, probably a good idea to know it exists. Especially now that the gods have kind of confirmed for us that 1, it exists, 2, it works, 3, it apparently works really fucking well.
To the point where they probably do not want it,
used again. I understand that.
Yes. Especially against them.
Well, it's a good thing I wouldn't be planning on using it against them now, would I?
So what, you want to drop this highly devastating weapon, what, on Victor?
I mean, it would solve the Victor problem now, wouldn't it? It's an option on the table. If we
And
need
where would
to
we
use
be deploying
it,
this?
hopefully we can drag him out into the middle of fucking nowhere somewhere to come kill us.
Also,
I'll
the
strap
fact that
the
he's
damn
a
thing to my chest and give
lich.
him a bear hug if I have to.
Nuclear suicide bomber.
Yeah, give me his fucking give me the book and give me Victor. I'll get him. Like I said, my point being is it is an option on the table that needs to be considered, like it or not. We're not just, we have a fourth option, so to speak. Not a good one, but I'm gonna look around at the whole group again. I think everyone would agree that most of our options are fucking terrible.
I mean,
And
just destroying Victor's phylactery takes him straight off the board.
And then all of his power goes. Both options there are pretty goddamn bad.
good to like
And-
all the other gods and
I mean, if
What's
it
up?
stops a fucking power war between the gods, I can mantle it.
Like, I wouldn't consider that a good option.
Better than
I
letting it
mean-
scatter.
I mean, what's to stop you from becoming just another victor?
splitting the power between more of us.
What's to
Not
stop
being
any
as
of us from
obsessed with
becoming
perfect
mini
order as he is.
victors?
Well, depending
What's
on
to
how
say that
many
the
we
power
get.
All the
itself,
daddy issues he has.
like, what's to say that doesn't drive people, insane? What's to say that his cause of his, this is that the power made him literally lose his mind?
If us four do it,
I mean, the guy
Then-
literally got locked up. I'm just for context, the dude was literally locked up by himself in the
Yes,
basement.
I'm aware of this. But I'm saying leading up to the point where he got locked up.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Godzik. You were gonna say something.
if there's 3 or 4 of us that take the power or whatnot, split it amongst us.
Biddy,
I mean, there's
no.
2 to 3
Shush.
other people who can keep that one in check in case they do go hungry with power.
I mean, technically speaking, we have 2 phylacteries.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bust 2 people open. 3 if we have to figure out a way to deal with Tiamat. That is a lot of fucking power. Are you sure that it's not gonna drive people insane to have to deal with all that? And are we sure it's then not going to just lead to this same cycle over again?
Well, circumstances were different for them. They were having family disputes and shit, whereas we would have time to mantle it, learn it, and control it. Which they probably did, but probably being pissed off all the time at each other was probably not a good thing for them.
Okay, but once again, are we sure that this level of power is not going to drive one person insane? And if we split it up amongst a couple of people to split the 3 different people we're going to have to figure out how to split, are we sure it's not going to drive them insane? Especially because by the sounds of it, this is not a, here, let me slowly trickle their power into you. This is a, I'm going to ram this down your throat, you get it all at once kind of situation.
No, it's
They-
mantling.
Like,
It's a process. It's a slow process over time. You don't instantly gain all of the power.
are you...
You
How would you
absorb
know?
the power, but you
How are you...
We had it explained to us.
Do you trust them?
Do I trust the gods
Their solution
when
the
it
last
comes
time this
to the
happened,
power of a god?
and their solution to it last time was to lock him up in a box.
That
They've
was
never
never solution to his own
they've-
madness.
They've never tried this before.
Microphone activated.
Wait, what's our treaty with that wizard?
You mean
Wizard?
the forces of chaos?
Yeah.
That we defeat Victor within 11 months. They don't attack us while that happens.
They withdraw from the entirety of the mainland with the exception of near Aurelian. Withdraw from the Isle of Dragons, withdraw from the North Island. We get free travel through the blockade. We have control of the spell, and it lasts for. It's effective for 1 year with a withdrawal clause at 10 months.
Okay. I didn't fully remember that because it sounds like you're wanting to take on the Chaos God as well, or gods.
It's more of we have the ability to get rid of both of them. Right now. Off the board. Gone.
And then run a lot of massive gambles immediately after that.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying is the problem, is we need to discuss and consider all of the options before we commit to a gamble like that. Because I hate to say this, even if it does mantle and it comes on slowly, Darius, like you're saying, let's assume that's right. What's to say it still does not drive you crazy from the amount of it? And what are you going to want to be the reason that another group of 5 or 6 poor fucking souls are stuck in the same situation we're stuck in right now? Do you want to be responsible for that, potentially destroying the entire world again and putting 6 random people in the face of, oh yeah, by the way, you got to stop this?
And then
Because
it
that is what
becomes a
I'm
cycle
concerned
at that
about
point, doesn't
right
it?
now. And that is what I'm concerned about, is if it is a cycle, is that something we want to consider perpetuating? Or should we consider and look for another option? That is all I want to consider right now.
And what is a guaranteed option that doesn't kill all of us potentially?
God knows, man. We're fucking dealing with the shittiest fucking hand.
Yes, it is a
Allow me
shitty
to
hand.
offer an alternative to this cycle. We build a bunch of giant squid-like robots that fly through space.
We build a magical ark and go to a new world.
Oh my
You know what? I
God.
like this plan. We're going with this
We'll
plan.
call them the Reapers.
Oh god! we start a whole new cycle.
Mass Effect and fucking 40k. Here we go, boys. This is how we transition to 40k. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's a hybridized universe of Mass Effect and 40k. There's a split in the party.
Yo.
Scamos' idea. Scamos and fucking Cam go to create the fucking Reapers. Darius goes and becomes a fucking god emperor.
You mean the false emperor?
Fuck right off.
You know what? I will let that be an option if
That's
that's all what you
fucking
want.
canon now.
Yes, so we can do this. If you guys want to take that option, I will let it be canon and we'll move into the next game with this. I swear to God, I will do it.
We barely have the technology to make ships fly through air. What's going to make them fly through space?
We got time wizards on
You've
call.
got
Let's
time.
fucking do this.
You've got
We-
time
we-
wizards and
We're
a
gonna
rear.
smash the fucking yeet button and go forward to the 41st.
Fucking
I mean,
fucking Darius mantles the gods
if
to gain all
y'all
the
want
knowledge he
to,
needs.
if we all want to go, if we all want to do that as a party, I will allow this.
Jesus fucking
I'm
Christ.
dead fucking serious. I will allow this.
The literal nuclear option. It's worse than
We
my
create
nuclear
40k
option.
and Mass Effect in the same universe.
I'll let it happen if you guys want to do it. I'm completely fine with this. I don't see where this isn't a problem.
Oh boy.
Brexit is literally a
Brexit's
fucking Primarch.
dying.
No, I'm the fucking. I create the Primarchs. What you want about? My sons.
My sons.
Anyway, point being, I just want to
Except I
make
don't
sure
give
we're.
them daddy issues this time.
I want to make sure that all of these views are considered before we commit to one.
If you guys want to do this, I will leave this as a decision for the group, and we can transition to that if we want to do that. I am completely okay with it.
Just because, well, perpetuating the cycle, if it is a cycle, doesn't seem to be the best option to me.
And the other options are A, let stuff run its course and we enjoy a bit of order that we can't control at all and lose all free will. And B, now correct me if I'm wrong, but when the gods start fighting, stuff also starts happening down here for when the gods start fighting for power.
It'll be cataclysmic. Basically, you'll be ripples
Not if
going
we have
through.
an option to keep them in line. And we tell them this is how the
Brexit.
leftover powers get split up.
Think about what I just sent you in that PM too.
Oh shit!
I can make it work if y'all really want to do that. I swear.
This is how we trigger the war in heaven.
God damn it. Stop derailing the serious conversation we're having. We've derailed it like 4 times in the same direction.
Anyway, go for it. Continue.
Oh fuck!
I suspect Waller really wants to do this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm down, let's go, bitches.
I'm fucking.
Anyways, my point though, Darius, is we would have then an enforcement option to tell them this is how the power gets split up. You do it our way, or you have problems.
And what? We create perfect balance between all the gods?
I mean, if you take all the Victor and the Chaos Gods and Tiamat's power and stuff and just go, I'm splitting it equal between all of you, it gets dispersed to people in a large enough amount that it should dilute it down to being basically nothing.
What would the Raven Queen struggle fighting Victor?
Yes.
Yes. So Victor has enough power to rival the Raven Queen.
Yes,
Right
in
now,
one
yes,
individual
he
person.
does.
Now let's
Yes.
take a giant fucking, machete to that and slice it up into little bits that go to every god in existence.
And what? Put them all on equal playing field.
Yeah, they all
But
get the
they're
same
now
amount
all
of
powerful and
They all they
then they all
the
create their
power
own little
bound
cliques.
the power
and then
bound.
they go-
How does that change any more from where we are right now?
And then
If
it starts a
everyone's
fucking
power,
war because
if because if everyone's power increases the same amount,
Scambos,
there
don't
is
you
no
understand
change in
what
the power
inflation
balance.
is?
They lose the unifying force.
Yes, the Raven Queen is the one keeping all the other gods in line. If we give them enough power to rival her,
How are they all going to get enough power to rival her if they're all only getting little bits of it? Every god in existence
so you're
takes
giving
a bit
more
of
power to the Raven Queen.
I mean, yeah, the Raven Queen will get some of it
Technically.
too. Every god in existence
We're
gets
going the
some of it.
communist approach.
Yes, there. Thank you.
What are communists?
Uh, there's a country out east that tried that once. It's no longer there.
Roskova.
It is not Rishkova.
Let's go for still Tsarist.
That is correct.
Yes. But there have been whispers of such things happening over there. It's starting now.
It's the whites versus the reds. Oh my god.
At least it's not the green and the orange.
I'm up for whatever option, even the one that is creating multiple universes. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm cool with that.
Even?
Yes.
But yeah, it's just, it's options we need to consider on the table. Because perpetuating the cycle is not going to fix the problem. If it's a cycle. I can't even say it's a cycle for sure, because who the fuck knows how this actually works. Like I said, I just didn't want Arir around to share that little tidbit because we all know what would happen if Arir knew about that. And I really don't feel like having to lock him outside of the house every night because he's trying to annoy me.
I am, as I've said before, I am partial to dispersing the power. Assuming that we cannot, in some form. Well, to be quite honest, I can think of several things I would like to do with the power myself, but I don't expect anyone here to trust me that much, so.
What do you want to do with it?
Safeguard my people.
And how would you plan on doing that?
Depends entirely on what threats pop up.
Case by case basis kind of thing?
There is no perfect solution to everything.
At least you're honest enough to admit that. What about you, Darius? What would you do with that power? I think Brexit's dead.
Apparently nothing.
Apparently
Sorry.
Darius is dead.
No, I'm partially distracted and also thinking. Sorry. Movies.
God damn it, Brexit.
I'm not the one asking. They're just sending. Okay.
You know the rule, Brexit.
Nope, not doing it.
Then pay the fuck attention or start paying the tax. There's only two answers to this problem.
So what would Darius do with the power?
Yup.
One attempt to reunite as much of the church as possible and restructure it so such things as
Wonderful, more pyromaniacs.
witch hunts and such do not happen. Because they're just not fun to deal with.
Oh yes, that is the greatest drawback.
Did that touch a button, did it?
Just get a glare.
So you dealt with in such a manner. Right.
Did you completely miss any of the conversation we had on this topic previously?
I don't think I was there when you had this conversation previously. I think you had it mainly with Scamos.
I'm thinking back, and I could have
What
sworn
Scamos?
I could have sworn there were other people there, but maybe it was directed to Scamos. I could have sworn other people were there, but I can't remember the exact
No, it was
scenario.
you and Scamos.
Which,
Well,
sorry, my headset was off for a sec. What scene are we talking about that was directed at me?
Cam revealing what the fuck happened to him.
Oh, yeah, no, I think I was the only one there for that, because that was like that shipside conversation, wasn't it?
Yep.
Someone asked. Well, kind of. I know I, at an absolute minimum, implied it to Darius.
You implied, but you did not confirm, so Darius does not know the whole story.
Because when Cam came clean to Darius about being a magic user, the other thing he mentioned was, well, let me pull up the actual name from my notes. That he has unfinished business, or he has to pay back and said sarcastically, a favor to where the fuck is this dude's name? Anyway, Witchfinder General, dude.
Are you talking about the YouTube one or?
No.
What?
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure because I missed the reference there. Excuse me. Continue. So Darius, for all intents and purposes, you've probably hinted or indicated, but he might not know specifics. Is I think what he's going for.
Yeah. Oh, that's because I'm looking in the wrong fucking sheet, I bet. Preacher Hopkins, that's his name.
Yeah.
It got really quiet.
Too quiet.
As I recall, the last thing that happened was I glared at Darius about So anyway, pick up from there.
So yeah, touch the button, did I? Gets the glare. Yeah, so that'll be one of the things I would try to stop and remove that from being and not. I've had to stand there while one happened. It was not right. Anyway,
Wasn't it? What was it? One of your Apollonian leaders once said, "The only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing."
yes, but also the fact that maybe it takes one good man to try to stop something like that. Doesn't help if that good man is dead, is along with them. So reunite and reform the church. Stop shit like that happening. So basically, I try to get the church to basically be way more fucking tolerant. Is one of the major points, and you'd also and use it to stop children from suffering. No child deserves to live on the street. Ugh.
Start up Happy Sky God Orphanage.
I mean, that's. I mean, if it's a mantling process, I'd still start the orphanage before I fucking go, but then I just watch over and make sure kids don't get, slapped, beaten and shit.
Oh no, I asked that in character.
I mean, I wouldn't probably call it that when I make it, but
Now, be nice, little Timmy, or God will be very angry with you.
Eat all your vegetables, little Timmy, or you're getting smited.
and it keeps the balance. It keeps the balance. Also, even if we only deal with Victor, and for whatever reason decide not to defeat the God of Chaos, there's still him to worry about. And points at Goz.
Guz just like looks at she's like, huh?
If there's no God of Chaos, there's nothing to worry about.
Yes, but whoever eats the fragment that soul is now bound to.
I mean, it's not
Force
really
claiming.
it's not really a official claim until he's dead. So there are ways around it.
You'd also be able to stop someone from claiming it.
I mean, if he sells it to somebody, sure.
Why are you so determined to claim his soul?
I'm not. I'm saying this is a valid option on the table. And at the very least, I can give it back to him because I have no interest in keeping it.
You just like see Guz like just like, when you say that, he He looks like he's gonna say something. He just like puts his hand on his beard and starts like scratching it, trying to figure out what to say next. And he's like, I'm gonna have to think on that.
No, Minnie, we are not going with that plan.
No, and I'd rather you guys do it as a party because if you guys get shafted in a one you don't like, no.
That's also the reason you're not here for this conversation, Vinny.
Well, we all know what I want.
That's what we're trying to avoid.
Sounds like not all of you.
Nuclear launch detected.
It backfired.
Yeah, knowing our rear.
Actually, so when Scamos does say that, can I guess roll an insight check against him to see if he seems genuine about that?
I mean, you certainly do that. Are you gonna do any deception check?
Nope.
A natural 20.
Yeah, it don't matter. There you go. So are you being...
Scamus is 100% telling the truth. He's mentioning it as this is an option on the table to the best of his knowledge, get you out of that situation. Because if you sell your soul, then it's owned by somebody else. It forcibly removes a after-death claim on it. And he has no interest in keeping it.
Yeah, but what is to a soul that's owned by itself when they die?
Oh,
They
well,
just
I'm
float
hoping
through
by
the
that point the
void
chaos...
alone.
Well, the goal by that point is to have the Chaos God be dead, so when the claim would be quote-unquote reasserted, by me giving him his soul back for someone to try and claim it, the person claiming it's dead, so there's no more claim.
Yeah, but he would own his own soul then.
Yeah, like
We do
every
with
other
whatever.
human being does ever.
Are you saying Victor takes people's souls?
But I feel like this is a little bit different than someone who has just gone through their life without ever believing in a god, and then, dying to someone. Oh, I now have ownership of my own soul. They're just not allowed into heaven, any heaven. They're just floating through the void for the rest of eternity. Like,
Go to
fuck.
Ranger of Heaven.
Why do you think there's nightmares,
Hunt for-
Darius?
Hunt for the rest of my life.
Why do you think there's
Or-
nightmares, Darius?
What do you think? There's nightmares.
Yeah, people's souls floating around in the ether. Nothing ever to help find them. Absolutely maddening.
So that would be Goz's fate.
No, because he would, be free. I'm talking like for people. You're saying people that don't believe in anything. I was just making shit up, by the way. I have no idea if that's how that works. You have to ask the DM that question.
I mean, I guess to the DM, would Scamos know about this sort of thing, soul claiming? Waller?
What was that? Sorry.
Would Scamos know about like a marked person claiming and their souls being claimed?
I mean, he would have an idea of how, to his knowledge, if it works, if chaos has set up the rules for soul claiming by those under like his agents and things like that, it would theoretically work in the same way. Because even though he is chaotic, he still has rules. And
Just chaotic rules.
just chaotic rules, yeah. So
Loopholes are encouraged.
yes. But there is also a way of things too.
So, but would he actually like know if claiming the mark, Scamos claiming my mark, and then just giving my soul
I mean,
back
it's
would work?
I mean, it's a good theory. I'll put it that way. A really good theory.
And to be kind of blunt, if Gauze is just gonna end up being claimed, if things don't work out, then I guess it'd be better to be claimed by Scamos. in chaos. But that's something he still wants to think about.
That's fine. You can take your time to think about it. Like I said, Scamos is not pushing that as like a push it and accept this option. That's like an actual. This is an option on the table thing.
Yep. All right. So what other discussions or anything we need to have?
Um,
I mean,
do we want-
I don't think we've come to a consensus still on what to do, but I feel
Mhm.
like this is a multiple discussion kind of situation here.
yeah, this is a like
So
yeah, we can fuck with the gods and try and keep them on our side, you know, and force them basically to follow what we want. But probably not the best
Scamos,
idea.
what is your primary option you want to do?
Wants to
Like
hold
the
a
one
gun to
you.
the god's head. That's what he wants to do.
No. I'm asking him directly. Which option do you think would be best to do? Is everyone be quiet?
I think we're all thinking.
All right. Scamos, were you gonna say something?
No, Scamos is fucking thinking at this point. Just like we've just got too much to think on. I just wanted to share, that option
Oh no,
without a
no,
rear
no.
being
So
around.
I was asking you directly which option, like, of the 3 or 4 options we pretty much have, which one do you think is the best? That's what I'm asking. I'm just going through and asking directly, so we can start to get like a vote to see.
I think splitting the power up in some way, shape, or form,
Oh.
preferably in a controlled manner, is the best option.
And when you say splitting it up, do you mean amongst all the other gods or between us 4? Or
Amongst the
3?
largest amount of beings humanly possible, to dilute the power as much as humanly possible. If we can give every living thing in the known universe a bit of the power to dilute it that much, I would be very happy with that plan.
Everyone gets one free cantrip. Either.
If you
Darius.
do that, what's going to stop the other gods from going on killing sprees?
The fact that, from what it sounds like, the balance of power hasn't changed much. It's just everyone's slightly more powerful.
The gods don't have it much. There is no individual who has a measurable increase in power. But all that power is in the hands of comparatively vulnerable people.
Well, if their deal stands so strongly that can't intervene right now with the world ending, I have a feeling they won't be able to intervene then.
How long would that last?
Well, the other backstop to that, man, is the God ending option.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I forget so much information sources. I forget who said dwarves are from a god split up so much that they're now mortals. What
That's
prevents a god from just eating up dwarves?
Probably the Raven Queen for the time being. Also, I believe that's how all races came into being, was from the fragments of power.
There's a knock on the door. I'm assuming you guys closed the study, right?
The hidden secret
hidden-
study
yes.
room.
Yes, there's a knock on the hidden door.
Wait, so somebody knows about the hidden door?
Yes.
Somebody knows that we know about the hidden door, even though we just found out about it 10 seconds ago.
Going to step forward, hand
Mm-hmm.
on the blade. Look back at the group.
You don't see Gauss.
Yeah, he's already invisible.
Already invisible.
Is it a button press in here, or is it like a lever, or?
You just push on it, it'll open. Like a pressure on the door, like a pressure switch on the door.
Just press
Mhm.
it, ready to
Mhm.
draw my weapon at a moment's notice.
Mm-hmm. Starts opening slowly, and you see it's Baywater standing at the door.
Motherfucker! like Darius was like unsheathing the blade as it was opening. They just see that he just slides it back. Motherfucker!
You just like see Gauss and fears like, everyone know about this room?
Oh, that's right. I've been in this room before and you haven't. I forgot this is the first time.
Hey, what were you doing in this room previously?
Ew. Why do you think it's previously? Remember, Gauze, Time Wizard.
Yeah, but I thought you weren't allowed to use your power.
Doesn't mean I haven't been in this room before.
Man, someone must have been getting some good desk head. Can't even remember if it was past or future when he was using this room.
I mean, it's all relative, technically. It was in the past, but also in the future at the same
Wait,
time.
I got
so-
this. In the past,
Timey-wimey bullshit! Yeah.
in the past, he uses powers to go to the future, and now
That
His
future.
secretary. He get his secretary under his desk.
Oh my god. He walks in, he just strolls into and sits down. So, what y'all talking about?
How to
Do
stop
we
the wolf
trust?
from blowing up.
Do we trust Baywater still? Like, are we sure this is Baywater?
Most effective way to kill a god.
Oh, that's easy.
Yes, onions.
Nukes.
We're aware of that.
Yeah.
He looks at you, Scabos, when he says that. He's like, he makes connection with your eyes, like, I know you know, kind of.
Oh, the rest of them
thing.
know too. The rest of them know too. I'm gonna as soon as you
Yeah.
like the rest of them know too. I've told them that
Okay.
just now. They
Array
know.
doesn't.
Arrear does not know, and we're gonna leave it that way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm
Yeah, which we're
dangerous,
probably-
not stupid. Is all. That's all Sam
Yeah.
was gonna say to him.
Just to make sure, you should probably get him really drunk tonight so he forgets everything. And also the whole,
Yeah, we don't want to get him
Boomsticks.
too drunk, so he. Imagine we get him so drunk that he just forgets this entire adventure. He just wakes up. Who the fuck are you guys?
But
That's fine by me. We can put him on Baywater's ship forever then.
Baywater's just like, fuck that.
yeah, he's not allowed on the new one when it's finished.
See, there's this lovely thing called teleport spells.
those are finite.
So he's not allowed on it.
Ish.
Is he allowed to dangle from it?
No, because he would need to be on it for him to dangle from it.
Technically not. We could just mount a chain to it while it's at dock and then hook the chain to a rear.
Yeah.
Oh,
He never
boy.
sets foot on it.
Let's not do that. I don't want to have to deal with a dwarf on a swing, do you?
I mean, I'm not the one dealing with it. It's not my ship. I think it sounds like a hilariously entertaining idea.
No. Anyway, you were talking about destroying gods.
Potentially.
I'm assuming this is in regards to Victor.
Well.
Well, the gods asked us to be their sort of police force.
Yes, they do that from time to time.
And we're just trying to figure out the best way to go about
I mean,
dealing with Victor.
the nuclear option is always the best. I mean, it just depends what kind of outcome do you want from it. Do you want the power or no?
It also depends on does the power corrupt? Like
I
like
mean,
like it went with
power
Victor.
always corrupts. Serious, even if you have good intentions. It just might take longer for some people.
I don't know. Dolly Parton seems to be going strong.
Anyway. So what are the options that you guys have discussed?
Well, Scamos thinks spreading the power amongst every single being in the known universe is an option.
I said spreading it amongst the largest amount of people humanly possible was the best option. It would be nice if it was everyone, so it's so diluted it does nothing.
Wouldn't it be
Because
tieflingly possible?
Haha, very funny, Cam.
wow.
I mean, I had the joke in my head, so you only want to give humans? I'm cool with that.
The concern I would have is you give it to mortals, yes. They have little to no power as it is. Give them that with the gods either bend it to their will or you've seen how competitive they are. Gamos and kind of looks to everybody.
So
Well, like you
what
just
you're
said.
implying is keep this away from the gods as much as possible.
I mean, the concern I would see is you amass too much power, it's going to corrupt, right? If you dilute it too much, you have too much. There's a point in time where there's a lot of variability in terms of maybe those people would decide to follow a certain god, therefore they get more power, feeds into that, and it kind of indirectly would still make that god stronger.
So it causes a minor power shift,
Mm-hmm.
which the gods would fucking hate if somebody got stronger than them.
There's always another option. Why not? Why not take all the big players off board?
What?
Including the
down-
Raven Queen.
All of them.
So, yes, take all the
Are
players
you-
off the board, including the one that can just snap us out of existence.
Yeah.
How would we accomplish that goal?
He looks right at you, Stamos.
Why do you want
Without her snapping him out of existence.
He hasn't done it yet, has she?
I feel like
Because we are needed.
because we are needed, but if we pose a direct threat to her, I feel like she would just end us.
Well,
Um,
so theoretically, if we did this, what would happen to the world if we just blew up all the major players or major gods?
Well, all the gods
it depends.
would
It
fragment
depends where
and
you do
scatter.
it. Honestly, it would
They'd
be
all-
very. Yeah, go ahead, Darius.
They'd all fragment and scatter, creating a load more gods of all varying power levels. So there'll be
Or
a war to re-establish the dominance, and then we'd just be back to square one with them.
I mean, there's always the other option of just sending it to their plane.
And letting them fight over it. I feel like that would be a terrible idea.
Why?
Because then it would start a war up there between themselves. Like again, it's another war between the gods that would reshift the power balance. Because if any of them are killed during that war, that's more power up for grabs.
Hmm. True.
And it could end up with literally somebody over being able to absorb enough power to overpower the Raven Queen, and then take her power, and then oh shit.
You see him. He reaches into. He opens up his coat really quick, and he places a deactivated debt on the table.
Get that fucking thing away from me.
Where'd you get that from?
Like, I think everybody would instinctively back the fuck up when he puts it there.
Torch hammer. Before we left.
I'm assuming when we actually went there on a visit and not the previous time.
So what are you showing this as abomination?
One thing that the former inhabitants of Forge Hammer did was they tried this before. They tried to take the gods off the table. And this was their option. They were missing one piece, though. A weapon large enough to be able to completely destroy any remnants of that god. The debts were the theoretical delivery system for that.
So this option is complete annihilation of all the gods.
That was
With
what their original
none of their
intention
power
was.
remaining.
Yes.
And what would the repercussions be on the mortal plane?
The magic that's trapped here remains. And that's it.
And those that gain their power from a god?
Would no longer have that power.
So for those that have,
Because you would have nowhere to draw it from.
so all those that basically take their power from a god, no matter what religion, suddenly losing their power and ability to do whatever it is they do with it, would cause utter anarchy, wouldn't it? Especially seeing as that would cause a massive power shift down here.
It's possible.
As religions crumble and other possible revolutions of entire.
I mean, it's already
countries.
happening now, Darius, as you can see.
Yes,
I
but
don't.
there is a specific person. Well, there are two specific people causing that one.
Yeah, but I assume it's gonna take a lot to get people to view the church in any sort of light after this, even if it's just because of one person.
There's, as you probably have figured, there's no good options here, right? From what sounds like what you've discussed, there's not a lot of very good options on the table. Either
we mantle the power ourselves, either splitting it between us, or one taking all of it and potentially going mad.
which then leaves us right at the same spots, or we kill Victor, it spreads, causing a war. Basically, there's gonna be a power struggle at the end of it. It's just on which end of the spectrum do you guys want to deal with it? It sounds like you either have to deal with it from the gods' perspective or from the mortals' perspective.
Which both options mess with the mortal plane.
Yes. But one of them I think we could control, at least theoretically.
And which one would that be?
Which one do you think, Darius? The mortal plane? You set out with you all have forces, correct? You have armies.
You don't know if
Units.
they're still there.
So what you're saying is, once we deal with all of these situations, we rally the forces that are relatively loyal to us and re-establish order before reestablish as much order as we can before everything goes to total shit.
And then deal with whatever goes to shit. It's an option.
But forces like mine, which draw their power from the gods, and Victor specifically, currently those that I would have had as my forces, they would then be powerless against those that can use the actual magic of the world.
That's a risk, but you also have technology on your side.
That is true.
What do you want to give up is the question.
It all goes to shit one way or the other.
I just figured you all should look at that option as well, as it was attempted before. They just didn't have all of the pieces to accomplish it.
So this option takes all the gods, Victor and the God of Chaos, off the board. But what about her?
Tiamat?
Seeing as she is currently fragmented and being
I
stored.
mean,
So it just takes that idiot to die on his own, and God knows what happens. Then there's nobody to stop her. If it is the worst case scenario.
but she is still fragmented, correct? Even if Irir does die, or you somehow remove it from him,
But we have
we
no
don't
idea
know
what
where all the
happens if
fragments are. Yeah.
we don't know what happens if a free fragment can call all the other fragments. That's the issue.
I mean, that's completely possible. The fragments are being held somewhere. Now, if they're all together or if they're separate, we don't know, right?
Yes.
We know the dragons, or at least from what you told me, and remember, I think you did tell him, dragons had said that they were trying to collect as many as possible, but they were still looking for some.
We have no idea where they were collecting all of them to either.
I mean, there's only how many places, how many chairs they told you about? You did tell Baywater about the chairs, right? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think I mentioned anything about the chairs.
Well, he would theoretically know that. They would need to consolidate those fragments in a place to where they could re-put them together in one place. And there's not very many in the known world that I know of that can do that.
So the question then would be, what would happen to the fragment in a rear if he were to die?
It would probably jump to another person. The
Yes, but
fragment can't survive on its own.
so it jumps to another person, but the only thing keeping it in check in a rear is the fact that he can drink himself into locking it away.
Yes.
And that's a curse upon his bloodline.
Yes. Because they were designed to be vessels for that.
But if it jumps to a random person who does not have that, it would, what, dominate them?
Possibly.
And then go hunting for the rest of itself.
Possibly. There's not a lot of reports of that happening, but her being fragmented is also relatively new in the whole grand scheme of things.
Define new.
I mean, it happened within the last 500 years, so there you go.
Kip pulls up a hand, starts doing math on his fingers. I don't recall anything particularly happening 500 years ago.
Not that you know of.
The fragmenting of a god seems like something that people would notice.
Maybe the
Not when you
followers
do it discreetly.
I mean, are you a follower of that god? Do you gain power from her?
I do not, but they tend to go down kicking and screaming.
Well,
Unless jumped in their sleep.
I don't think gods sleep.
but their followers do. Why do you think I'm here?
They tell us to nuke the gods.
To add in some more crypt bullshit from some other god.
That was one of our missions that we were sent on, was to take her off the board. That's why there's not very many of us left. What was that?
Better pet the cat.
The cat.
That is a pissed off kitty. Hey, sweetie. It's okay.
So yeah, basically Baywater's just like, yeah, no, we've done this before. So
Okay, fucking hell. She jumped on my lap and then just started fucking growling at me. I'm like, what the fuck?
This bitch crazy.
Yeah, she jumps on my lap for attention. I go to stroke her and she goes, "Meow." I'm like, what the fuck? Angry
but
kitty
yes.
noises.
But yes. That was our mission, was we were sent to take her out of off the board, and we did. Barely did it, but we did.
So there's a big ass glaring hole that would be left in this plan of what would happen to her. And even if it took hundreds of years for her to jump bodies and re-find all of her fragments, you would still be able to come back.
Theoretically.
And being the only god left in existence,
Yes.
well, she'd have run of the place, wouldn't she?
Or we use the deaths to go find them. Or we let the dragons do what they were wanting to do and bring her back together and reform. That there is that option too. Put her into play now and see what happens.
These options just keep getting better and better.
I know, right?
It sounds rather like lighting the ammunition ship on fire in the harbor and seeing what happens.
And turning it into a fire ship and gonna let it sail in the middle and see when it explodes how many ships it takes out. Yeah. Great plan. But the other thing too is you guys are talking about diluting power. If we release her into the plane, they're going to be too busy to notice that the other plane goes off. You were talking about how you were to distract the Raven Queen, as it were. Might be that option.
Damned if we do, damned if we don't on all of these.
Or we just deal with a world war on the mortal plane, and he who hath the best technology and the best forces win.
Well, if I could somehow manage to pull all what's left of the church back together and arm them here. Alongside the Avalonian military, or what's left of it.
That's if they would play nice with each other and ally, and be allies.
Seeing as how the faith is I mean, they have been allies a lot because Avalonians are fucking. So yeah,
But
they
who
would.
says a power struggle doesn't? Who says that maybe somebody else wants power? Maybe Valan's gonna just invade everybody and just try and literally pull a Napoleon. I mean,
The fucking lemmings? No.
yes.
They're the first ones being taken off the board. What are you on about?
Oh
Well,
boy.
that after Osterate, of course. We're not allowing the Reich to happen, and we're not going to let a Napoleon happen either.
This is a big decision, and I'm glad you all are taking the time to figure it out because it will affect all of us. But if you have questions, you may ask your questions.
I mean, you're a time wizard. You've seen the potential outcomes. Seeing as you
I
had
was part of the last time that this happened. Yes.
the last time.
Yes. I just literally talked about her.
But the last power struggle was getting rid of her.
500 years ago. Yes, there's a reason why I'm here.
Not with Aragorn right now.
Gandalf the Grey rides towards
Oh,
Isengard.
God. We did it a different way last time. There's a reason not all the gods knew about it. That's why if you've discussed with them these potentials, they probably had no idea of how she was dealt with. They know she was dealt with, but by whom and where they don't know. So the gods aren't always omniscient either. So,
Yes, but I feel like they all have a bit of a focus on us right now.
well, yes. But we took her off the board because, again, we were very afraid that she would get to the point where Victor is now, and our god tasked us with taking care of her. Let's put it that way.
All of this issue that we have to deal with caused by a family tiff.
Unfortunate, isn't it? Could be worse. It could be Thanksgiving up there. You don't want to go there on Thanksgiving.
What's Thanksgiving?
The god thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
They argue about mortals' politics. I don't know.
They bring their all-star soul teams to play a big ass game.
Yup.
They've been playing for all the time till then, and then it's like the best
Yup.
two teams.
Yep. Regardless, the nuclear option is a good option. Not a lot of flaws to the plan, other than we'd have to deal with possibly a world war here, but
Oh boy.
and also the entire destruction of the majority of magic present in all of the planes, to be honest.
So I guess for Gamos, Cam, and and my magic, would it be affected?
You would probably cease to exist, yes. Including mine.
And given your creation, would that affect?
Wait, isn't Glint a magical creature?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd he go?
Is
So would the blink dog too, technically. Oh no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Blink puppy go poof. For the last time.
For the last time. That's mean. Oh.
Hi, I'm a cunt.
Question. Out of character.
Answer. Yeah. Yes.
In so in this universe, blink dogs aren't just from another plane.
No. Well, they're magic. They still have a essence of magic that they draw from. Now, they actually no, because if it's innate natural magic, they wouldn't, because it would still be present. And if they're in, like, so say if your blink puppy was still present in this current plane when you guys were to do that, it wouldn't be able to blink anymore. It would just be a puppy at that point.
It'd just be a really weird looking puppy.
Yeah, basically.
And Glint would just be a fiery bird.
Yep. So
I don't know if Glint would still be around.
Glint wouldn't, because he actually draws from.
Because Glint isn't an actual animal.
Yeah, the blink puppy would be though. So
What about your life?
I'm not sure I would still be alive.
We do this. Cam just immediately drops dead. What the fuck?
Darius, I don't feel too well.
Yeah.
God.
Fucking Thanos snaps on the way out.
God. So is Cam literally freaking Spider-Man at this point? Is that what's happening? God.
I mean,
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so well. It just disappears. God. Anyway. I figured I'd drop by and at least drop that tidbit of information. And also, the ship will be ready here soon, hopefully. So we'll be back in operations. Not the big one, not the new one, but the Stingray. It's being fixed.
Yeah, back to the old hub.
Mm-hmm. For the moment, it's being upgraded. Let's put it that way.
Oh, bloody hell.
By the way, we do have your dog. Yeah.
We found it.
Yeah. It just
I've
it blinks into the
sincerely
room.
hoped
Blinks into the room.
It just blinks
mid
onto
sentence
Cam's
Cam
face.
gets tackled by the dog.
Yeah,
Yup.
yeah, it just blinks
Yup.
onto your face. Ah!
There you go.
I will warn you now, you've completely lost Cam's attention.
Cam's like, oh, you're okay, you're okay. Oh, you adorable little thing, yes. Good thing Aray's not here.
Yep.
Aray attempts to come back, gets chased off by the blink puppy.
How long has it been since I got the dog? Like 2-3 months?
Yeah.
Assuming he grows like a normal dog, he's
Yep.
getting to a decent size now.
Yep. Yep.
But it still tries to do what it did when it's a puppy, and that's
Yup.
the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when it's like if it gets to the size of the Great Dane and it still does that, that would be hilarious.
Just blinked into your face. Son of a bitch!
Well, it's been a pleasure as always, and I don't envy the choice that you have to make here. But I'm rooting for you all, and good luck. And he gets up and walks back out. All right. A rear, sir.
Yes, we need to give us a race some time
Ah.
here because it's all been focused on us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You are on your adventure through the factory. Where would you like to explore?
Well, seeing as Rear has a short attention span, he's already forgot where someone stated that, boomsticks were
Okay.
supposed to be, so he's heading to the powder, keg room.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the guard's going to allow that one.
Are they with me?
Yeah.
Because I thought I only took Jingles.
I suspect the powder keg room has a guard itself.
There's a guard there, and then there's a guard with you too. Now, if you want to give the slip to the guard, you can go ahead and try and roll a stealth check.
No,
Or,
we've tried that so many times. It never
I
works with
mean,
Rear.
you can certainly
But
try that though.
Rear is now convinced that Boomsticks is in there, and that's where he was sent. So he's going to try and convince the guard to the keg room to, let him in because
So
that's
you
where
walk up
Boomsticks.
and you see the guard. He's got a rifle and he's just standing at the door. And he's like,
No.
Hi.
can I help you, dwarf?
Yeah, I need to get in. Boomsticks needs to see me.
Who?
Boomsticks. Well, yeah. Um, he makes you work for him a lot.
Do you have proper identification?
To get into the main premise, yeah, this thing right here, I think it shows him
Can I
the.
just point out that I'm the only person who's gone through the paperwork?
God's the only one that has. So do you hand him the pass paperwork?
Yeah, the what did we get? Like the temporary one?
Yeah, and it's like a little piece of paper, and he reads it, and he's like, "Well, at least this gets you into the premises, but you need to go to the you have to go to our human resources department. Or, excuse me, our worker resources department. Yes.
World resources.
Okay. So I've got to go to them to get
Yes.
permission to get in here to talk to Boomsticks,
Well, to get your identification, that is correct.
and that gets me in there.
Yes.
Which way is it?
He points, and it's like this little shack building. It's off by itself.
All right, Jingles, come on. You've got a lot of work to do.
What? I really, Arir, honestly, I think you can handle yourself for now. You're not going to do anything.
No, come on. Well, we're gonna go, but I'm gonna kind of go explore. But I need you to fill out the paperwork.
You have to fill out the paperwork.
Well, we could do it together.
No. I've already filled out the paperwork. Thank you very much.
Oh, so you can get in. Whoopsie.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Guard. So we won't need that. We can get in with his.
He can get in with his. You can't get in.
Jingles, isn't there a like a guest slot on there that you can?
Not to sensitive areas in the factory, for rare.
Well, can you bring Boomsticks out then?
No. You need
I'm
to
gonna
go out
tell
the
Human
fifth
Resources
worker.
about you.
Perfectly fine. The funny thing is how did the elf that literally was trying to break in Get an identification for human resources. That should be somebody's question. So...
I mean, we're not there. We don't know.
I know.
The dwarf that blows things up has an identification from human resources. Or near enough.
Not the one that gets me in here.
Neither does
Nope.
he.
No, apparently he does. He can get in there. I can't. Him being Jingles. All right, Jingles. Fine. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking to Boomsticks. Can you go in with your pass and bring Boomsticks out?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to go in there.
What? You have a fear of dark places?
I have a fear of places that will, possibly blow me up,
Come on, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, I'm not going to be in there, unfortunately.
Let's just go get you to human resources. And he just kind of starts dragging you towards the building.
Nope. Wait. I don't wanna.
Well, you're gonna fill this out anyway.
Don't forget the whistle.
Oh yeah, I have that now because my pack's back. Rear
Yes,
pulls
you
out the
do.
whistle and starts whistling, and it is a horrible sound in what I'm assuming is like the stone
By
hallways.
the way, you guys hear the whistle from the study. It's like right outside the window. There's a window to the secret study, and you guys look out, and it's like it's tinted, so nobody can see it. But you guys see the elf dragging a rear to the human resources building. Everybody's in the
Help!
study.
Help!
It's just Gauze sitting there with popcorn, shoveling it in.
I feel like I need to figure out what the hell is happening.
Darius, you receive a message with sending. Help! Stop! Jingle's abducting me. Stop! Send help! Stop!
Fucking what?
The funny thing is he's actually saying stop as a
Yep.
word.
I need to go deal with this. So Darius is gonna fucking walk his ass out there.
Walks out.
What's going on?
Walks out downstairs, and you see them go into the human resources building, and they're waiting in like the waiting room and sitting in a chair. And you walk in, Darius, and you see the elf like a rear sitting in these chairs.
And everybody's still blowing on the ropes.
Are you still blowing on the whistle?
Uh huh.
You just see the elf reach and just grab it out of your hand, just like no.
Rear reaches into his pocket and he pulls a second one.
He grabs that one too.
It's like no. Well, as he goes to about to blow this, Darius just snatches it out of his hand. The hell is happening?
Jingles brought me here. I went to the powder keg room to talk to Boomsticks. You know, like you said, or like Scamos
Why
said.
are you going to the powder keg room?
Well, that's where Scamos said Boomsticks was.
No, he didn't.
And then you see the elf look at you, Darius, and he's like, he needs to fill out the paperwork anyway. He doesn't have an ID.
Wait.
Yeah.
And at this point, Gaza comes up behind Darius. Says, "I don't think you filled out the paperwork."
I
too."
haven't filled out the paperwork either. But I need to speak with a human resources person who's going to be dealing with him.
Wait. So, where? I could have sworn he said the
Because I need
explosive
to
room.
compensate them very well.
Not just that, I need to make sure that they don't give him access to such areas.
So you see the human resources. It's like the lady walks out. Yeah. Like, oh, I see. There's more of you. Oh, there's a lot of you here.
Yeah. He's come here, as I indicate towards her, to fill out his pass. Make sure that restricted areas are not on there. He's not allowed in them.
But isn't he one of the design team for Porsche?
Rear
He
smiles
would
and
need
nods.
access to those area.
He's allowed to the design areas to talk with the other designers. He is not allowed in sensitive areas of, say, explosive proportions. Because he will destroy this factory on accident.
I'll make a note of that. Arir, would you come with me, please?
Sure, I guess. Let's go.
Walks back with you, and you guys like walk into like this. She has like an office, and she has you sit down on the desk, and then you just see her reach from like under her desk, and then like picks up this whole stack of papers. I'm like, I need you to sign all these, please.
Oh. Okay.
You start signing.
Rear like starts reaching into his pack. He's like, it's here somewhere. Where's that fucking dynamite pen? It's here it is. He pulls out a pen that basically leaks black powder instead of ink.
Oh Jesus.
Okay,
It
what's
needs
the
to be
first
an ink
page?
pen, and did you see her hand you a pen?
Sure. He takes it, and he puts the other one
Put the
back.
other one. Thank you.
I think I signed in the wrong place. Can I have a new page? It's the
She's just
first
staring
page.
at you. She's literally just staring at you.
It's literally the first page.
Cross it out, please.
Okay. See him just doing X on the entire like front of the whole page. I crossed it out.
You know what? I have something for this occasion. Did you see her pull out a stamp with your name on it?
Hey, that's neat. How did you know my name?
We
I
were
was
warned.
warned.
We fucking do it.
Oh, that's cool. Where's the wait? Wait, hang on. Is everyone in the room with me?
No,
Who is in the room with me?
it's just you and her.
Damn.
No. Gazik is literally in the doorway, just leaning against it, just watching and
Okay.
smiling.
Or it
That's not
takes
creepy.
or it takes the I'm assuming there's a stamp pad as well.
Yes.
Or he takes the stamp and stamp pad and he's like, hey, Gozik, check this out. They already had my name. And he stamps Gozik on the arm.
On the arm.
See? Now my name's on you.
Cool. Can I see that?
No, it's mine.
Just take it from him.
As soon as he asks, can I see that, Arir, like, protects it like it's his.
My precious.
My
I mean,
precious.
it is yours because you will need to sign every plan that you will now create for Porsche, and you need to put your name on it. So that's why you have a stamp over here.
Arir, like, looks at it, holds it up, like, it's a shining beacon. He's like, my stamp. He's like, okay, where's the pages? He starts just,
Literally sitting on the top, like sitting there.
you want me to stamp the one I crossed out, or am I getting a new one?
just work on it. I will get you a new one.
Got it. Arir just starts like, stamp, throws the page out, stamp, throws the page over his shoulder, stamp, throws the page over his shoulder. I'll be through with these in no time. Oh, he stamps the table a few times, stamps the desk, stamps his own hand. And he gets going with the stamping.
All right. By the way, as he's throwing stuff, you notice that it's being picked up and like properly organized.
Like what? Automatically?
Yeah.
Unseen servant, man.
Yeah.
Does Rear see this?
No.
I assume I see this.
Yeah, you do.
Do you
Like
point
as
it?
he's throwing the papers, he's like you just see something catching it and then just like stacking them.
That's incredibly helpful.
You said it out loud.
I kind of say it under my breath a little.
You
Not
turn to
quite.
Gothic really quick as he says that.
I'm gonna roll perception to see if I do hear it.
Okay, go for it.
I rolled. Where's my thing?
But should I roll a stealth check?
I mean, if you want to, or deception check.
Well, that's a natural 17. Let's see. I could go.
There we go.
So
22.
So, which one do you want me to? Which roll do you want me to use?
Deception and or stealth. It's up to you.
Yeah, we could go with like stealth, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is let's see here. 31.
Damn.
No wait, hold on. Sorry, 26.
Hmm.
My math did not think right there.
Hey, you still beat me. I rolled 22.
Yeah. So you
If
don't
I went
hear
with
it.
deception, it would have been 17.
You don't hear it, but you do hear a couple pieces of paper behind you, like get picked off the floor.
Mm. All right, hang on. I'm gonna roll to see if I turn around.
I think you would.
Yep, I will.
Yep.
Not by much,
And you
but I
just
will.
see a stack of papers behind you, kind of floating there.
Huh. Rear slowly stamps one of the new pages and
Yep.
then throws it while he watches it.
Catches it, and puts it on top.
Rear like reaches in front of him to see if anything is physically there.
I mean, you reach like you touch the papers. That's about it.
Can I stealth to like make a mage hand grab his hand in a like out of nowhere motion?
On his shoulder or something.
No, like as he's reaching out, like when he goes to
Mm.
touch the papers, all of a sudden like a mage hand will just like grab his hand
Yeah, you could do that.
to
I'll
in
allow
an
it.
attempt to like freak him out.
It works. Rear tries to. He basically panic stamps his own arm. You just hear
A
Rear
rear,
go,
just
ah,
continue.
and
A
smack.
rear,
Right.
and the
And then as soon as
human
you saw it
resources
grab
person's
it
like,
disappears.
a rear. Come on, finish.
Well, but yeah, okay.
Finish.
Well, I
Just
will. But
finish.
what's that?
Don't
Rear
worry about it. Just finish.
Well, but I want to know.
No, just finish.
But come on, you got to tell me. It's pretty cool. I mean,
Finish,
watch
or
this.
you don't get into the powder room.
You're not getting in there anyway.
Oh, wait,
You're
did
not
you
right.
actually say that, or?
Yeah,
I'm
she
not
does.
there.
He's not there, but she actually says that.
Well, but I have to get into the powder room. Well, I guess no,
Mhm.
Boomsticks isn't there. Do you know where Boomsticks is? I was supposed to be going to find where Boomsticks is to help him do something. I
But now you're
forgot.
doing paper rear, so you're stuck here.
Do paperwork.
Well, right, but
By the way, as you're reading some of these, it's the same stuff you signed for Boomsticks already.
I mean, I have a feeling some of this conflicts also with Boomsticks' agreement that
Yeah.
I've made.
No.
Not that
Trust me,
I
Rear.
mind.
This is the same agreement that from Boomstick, so
Yeah.
Oh, good. So
you
I've
still
already.
gotta sign it either way.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
Yep.
I had to enjoy my suffering.
But I've got a stamp.
Keep stamping.
I got more than 2 brain cells.
I've got alcohol. Rear just
Anyway.
keeps stamping, and then he stamps like half on but half off the table and breaks the stamp. Office lady person?
Yes.
Will half a signature work?
You see her reach under the table and grab another one and just like throws it at you.
Oh, sweet. How many of those do you have?
Don't worry about it. Just finish up.
You got it.
And there's like 2 more left and then you're done.
Rear Rear stamps the back of him.
Mhm.
Flips
Alright.
him over, stamps the back, and hands him over.
Takes it all and gives you your pass paper. There you go.
All right, sweet. Now, do you know where Boomsticks is?
No.
Does whatever that thing was that was organizing stuff know where he is?
No.
Can I have that thing follow me?
No.
Can I pay for it?
No.
What is it?
Worry about it. Just get out of my office.
Yeah, but I want to know what it
Get
is.
out of my office.
Yeah, but
He points out the door. Get. Get.
yeah, but
Shoo.
no, but I want to know.
Shoo.
It
Get.
intrigues me.
Shoo.
You have been served, sir. Good day.
The office lady, the first person who doesn't want to leave her office.
Yeah.
Rear
She's yelling at you
Actually,
to
is
shoo.
this the same? Is this
It's
the
the
same?
same one. It's the
yeah.
same one. She's like, shoo.
But wait, I want to know.
Gone, vile demon, get out of here.
Shoo.
One last thing.
You see her grab a broom and she starts like pushing it at you. She has a broom in her office.
No, wait, one more thing. Just one more thing.
Swear to God, Arir, I'm going to hit you with this broom.
You have any alcohol?
Darius, you do hear this, by the way, Darius, from down the hallway.
After that, you just hear a whack.
Ow. Okay, fine. I'll
Get out. And then
Eh.
like you turn to walk away and she hits you just right in the back.
Ow.
Where?
I'm gonna talk to human Fuck.
I am human resources.
I demand to know where human resources is for human resources.
Still me.
I'd like to file a report.
I am the manager.
I am the manager.
Okay.
You're a manager?
You just hear Rira go, oh good, I need to file a report. It's against human resources.
This is what happens when Karen is the manager and she has a broom. So
Yep.
Anyway. No, she's just like trying to beat you out of the hallway to get out of her office.
Wait, now I have to file a report against human resources though.
It's a broom. It's covered. The brooms are covered.
What do you mean the broom is covered?
One of the paperwork. See, look, pulls out a document that you signed. Say you signed this saying that this is something that you would not file a complaint for.
I don't know, that doesn't look like my handwriting. It's too neat.
It's your stamp.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, can I keep this?
Yes,
Actually,
it's for you.
okay, good.
Now get.
We had to have the comedy sequence, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
All right, fine. I'm going, and he just takes like the next left.
Once the rear's gone, Guzza will go up to her desk and just like sit down a single platinum. It's like, thank you for the entertainment, and leave.
I just see her like point out the door too for you. She doesn't even say anything. She's just like, get out.
I am not a chuckle whore, damn it. Get the fuck out of here.
Fingers shaking just with rage.
Yeah.
By the way, did Jingles follow me?
Jingles is in the waiting room.
It was the left that I took towards the waiting room.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Rear's just gonna walk on by and keep on walking. So if Jingles sees him and goes
And
after him,
it's him and Darius. So you just watch Rear walk out. He's holding a stamp. And,
Like he's
walking
trying to
out.
walk straight past, like,
Yeah.
like the whole casual
Yeah.
whistling by, and
Yeah.
like, hoping
Basically.
nobody knows him. As he tries to just keep walking, I just grab the back of his fucking shirt.
yeah. Oh, hi, Darius. Hey, Darius,
You
look at this.
Don't wander on your own.
He tries to stamp your armor. I bet he's just like.
I'm not in my armor.
Oh, that's right. You're in your
He just stamps your chest then.
like on your shirt.
You just stamped my brand new fancy shirt.
Yes.
Yep. See? I have my own stamp.
I mean, I know that these clothes aren't exactly my style, but this was new, damn it.
It'll probably wash out. You're fine. It's fine. The point is, I have my own stamp.
I'm just gonna lift him off the ground.
I have a feeling I know where this is going. And it's gonna be into a wall, isn't it?
Jingles? I forgot his name.
Please don't call me that.
I forgot his name. I forgot his name. So,
Can't
It's-
remember his name.
It's Larry.
Larry the elf.
Who are the other two? Mo and Curly?
Yes.
Both-
Yeah, the other two are Mo and Curly.
I just want to think like both Darius and Rear had turned to the
Remember,
the elf.
they're the elven mob. Remember that.
Oh fucking. Well, Larry, you may want to go long.
I ain't going long.
Well, you gotta stay near him.
You gonna throw him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God,
Mhm,
go ahead and
he
throw
will.
him, and I will run to him once he has landed.
I just grab like I've got him in the air by like the back of his shirt. I just grab like his belt, swing,
Yeah,
and a yeet out the door.
and he flies maybe like 10 feet and then lands.
As he's in midair. Mysterious page organizer, catch me.
Page, no.
and you ask that, and you see the ground come up very quickly and thud.
You ask that, all you get is ha no.
Echoes down the
Thud.
hallway.
Yep.
Comes to a screech. He's like, ow, friction burn.
On asphalt, dude, you're scraped up.
Yep.
That ain't just a friction burn, buddy. That's skin removal.
He just stands up. He's like, alright, Jingles, come on, we gotta go find boomsticks.
Fine, and he just kind of walks off from you, Darius, and follows through. And I think we'll call it there for tonight because it's 40 right now.